आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
On the show tonight, Nation for Deepam. The Deepam controversy is India's #1 national talking point. And at 9 o'clock tonight, as the opposition goes after a sitting judge over the Deepam movement, former judges hit back. Republic discusses the constitutional legal issues of precedent in the case. No problem. There have been a lot of reactions to what I said yesterday on the Deepam controversy. And certain self-styled secularati are saying Arnab is supporting Hindus. As usual, they are being very stupid. I am supporting not just Hindus. I am supporting what is right. It's insane to say in our country that in an ancient Hindu temple, Hindus will not be given the right to light the Deepam. This is not a north-south issue. This is not a regional issue. This is a national issue. This is an issue of what is right versus what is wrong. It is a question of whether Hindus in India have the basic right to light a lamp on temple land which is their own, or whether in the name of fake secularism even that right can be vetoed by dangerous political convenience. Some people say if Hindus light lamps, there'll be riots. That is even more stupid. It's insane. It's crazy to talk like that. Let's begin with the simple issue of all. Why is lighting a lamp by Hindus a law and order problem? Because on the ancient hill that has carried 2000 years of Hindu worship, a hill mentioned in the Sangam literature, a hill where Pandyas carved rock temples and Vijayanagar kings expanded shrines, and that is where the story begins. Because we have to understand the Hindu roots of this country. Pause for a while and understand the Hindu civilizational ethos I'm talking about. The ancient Hindu civilization of the Tamil kingdoms as well. The ancient Hindu civilization of the Tamil people as well. The ancient Hindu civilization of the entire country of Bharat. Because now the moment Hindu devotees ask to light the Karthigai Deepam at Deepathoon, a stone lamp pillar on the lower peak, the pillar is itself 400 years old, about 40 meters from a dargah and within temple land. Suddenly the entire DMK government and Congress party get very angry. Suddenly this issue becomes one of security, law and order. Suddenly it becomes proof that the Deepathoon exists. They are trying to erase Hindu history. Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Vadra, DMK, Akhilesh, their entire attempt, and that's why I say Congress is an anti-Hindu party. If you are a Hindu and voting for the Congress, ask your Congress leaders. Ask your Congress leaders. Why are you against Hindu civilizational ethos? Why are you against lighting of the lamp? Is it true? Is that Priyanka Vadra who went there and said, I will launch an impeachment motion against the judge who gave the clearance? Ladies and gentlemen, the Advocate General has already fought the case and stood up and said there is no mention of Deepathoon in 1920, so prove it existed. That's what the position of the Tamil Nadu government is. The 1920 case, for his kind information, the Advocate General, was not about lamps at all. It was about land ownership. And if you want to go into history, the Privy Council left no ambiguity. It said, and I quote, the unoccupied portion of the hill has been in the possession of the Hindu temple from time immemorial. It is a Hindu temple. It is a Hindu temple, and Hindus have sacrificed, and Hindus have fought, and Hindus have persevered, and Hindus have been patient. In the Ayodhya case, Hindus were patient over 100 years of litigation there. And here too, over 100 years of litigation, sacrifice and restraint. When the High Court finally says, yes, the lamp can be lit, the government still says no. The government says no, Hindus cannot light it. This is a political establishment of Congress DMK signaling that Hindu rights should be controlled, Hindus' rights should be curtailed. That Hindus should be told today in 2025 that you cannot light a lamp. And that is the fundamental issue. Whether you're watching this in Tamil Nadu or anywhere, ask yourself, whether you are Hindu or not, how does lighting a single lamp lead to riots? What kind of mindset must you have? What kind of mindset must you have to look at Hindus lighting an ancient lamp and saying, let's have riots? Why does that provoke you? Let me put it bluntly. When the same people insist, no, Muslims must have the right to have big megaphones and do azan and let that be heard over kilometers and kilometers, we are told it's a Muslim right. If you question it, you'll be told you're trampling on Muslim rights. But Hindus have no rights. Ladies and gentlemen, 2,000 years of Hindu tradition is being told, Hindus are being told, you cannot do it because Muslims will be upset. No Muslim group has come. No Muslim body has come. But these appeasement walas have crossed the limits. Priyanka Vadra is saying, no, Muslims will be upset. How does Priyanka Vadra know that Muslims will be upset? Priyanka Vadra, Rahul Gandhi, Kani Modi, Akhilesh, who told you that Muslims will be upset? 11 opposition parties in this country get 100 signatures and say Muslims will be upset. And these are the same people who have not visited the Ram temple, who have not gone to the Mahakumbh, who once haven't stood with Hindu civilizational ethos. Ladies and gentlemen, this is extraordinarily blatant political convenience. This is total double standards by the DMK. The same DMK government that claims that a Hindu temple is a law and order threat has no hesitation distributing 5,420 tons of free rice to 2,985 mosques in 2020 and 7,000 tons more in 2024 during Ramzan, spending over 40 crore rupees. At that point of time, it has no problem. You will distribute during Ramzan in 2 years 12,000 tons of free rice, and then you will say, if a Hindu lights a lamp, however, there will be riots. If thousands of tons of subsidized rice for mosques is secular welfare, then the nation wants to know, how is lighting one diya on temple land communal provocation? They must answer me. The West Bengal government pays 2,500 monthly to 30,000 imams. The Calcutta High Court had to stop it. If paying monthly salaries for imams from taxpayers is acceptable, how is lighting one lamp 50 meters from a dargah not acceptable? Will we not question this hypocrisy? Mamata Banerjee had problems with Durga idol immersions because it overlapped with Muharram. If Muslim processions get primacy over Hindu traditions, why is lighting one lamp in Tamil Nadu an issue on which you want to impeach a judge? Akhilesh Yadav, who has not gone to Mahakumbh, who has not gone to the Ram temple, he hosts dinners at mosques, posts Eid greetings, orders special sehri, iftar facilities in Uttar Pradesh jails for Roza observing prisoners. If jail kitchens can adapt for Muslim religious sentiment, how is lighting one lamp in Tamil Nadu an issue on which Muslims will get provoked? For years, the Congress government had defended the Hajj subsidy all the way up to the Supreme Court. If the Congress had spent hundreds of crores flying pilgrims abroad, how is lighting one lamp in an ancient Hindu temple, a 2,000-year-old practice, suddenly become an unbearable constitutional crisis? And why is the rest of the media quiet about it? What kind of fake secularism is this? And for how long, I say, how long in this country, our country, are Hindus going to be told, be quiet, don't talk. You raise your voice, you'll be starting a riot. No, we raise our voice because what we are speaking for is right. This selective sensitivity, this fake secularism. Why does the political class show courage only when stopping Hindu rituals, but folds up instantly when accommodating everyone else? Ladies and gentlemen, I say speak up tonight for what is right, and that's why the appropriate hashtag I'm launching tonight is Nation for Deepam. Not only Hindus, everybody must unite in the Deepam issue. The nation, the entire nation, all of you must come together and launch the Nation for Deepam movement. Because we came together, we could fight the fake media trying to spread lies about the Dharmasthala in Karnataka, saying that it's a place of rape and murder, a fake news story which was proven wrong. Why? Because the Republic Media Network took the lead and told you to raise your voice, and you won. We won. We must win this too. There is an attempt at undermining the Hindu civilization, Hindu values, the Hindu religion, where we are told we need permission to breathe on our own land. And unless we win this, because we have reason and rationality, law and conviction on our side, we must win this. Please support our campaign, Nation for Deepam. This is a national issue. Each one of us must play our part. If you're watching this on digital, circulate this as much as you can. We must fight for our own rights. Let's debate.
Today, a two-bench division bench heard the case, and also following which, today multiple appeals and petitions was heard at the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, with over 14 petitions still pending. The case has been adjourned till Monday.
The lamp will not be lit yet at the Thiruparankuntram. The weight of the Hindu community continues. For now, a protest has been allowed for the Hindu side.
People came and got impleaded even in the single judge, before single judge itself. Even there, they said we have been coerced in the year 2005. Now they changed their stand. Even now they have preferred an appeal against the single judge order. Now they will be appearing on Monday.
The questions raised by Republic echoed in Parliament for a third consecutive day.
If there is the Stalin Sarkar, their court came down heavily, the Stalin Sarkar.
I would like to put it on record. To your party
why the
member
police
also.
is acting in this manner.
I have given an opportunity
why the
to your
Hindus are
party
stopped.
member also.
This video is the reason why the indie bloc may be committing a political self-goal. 107 MPs have signed this impeachment notice. Here they are, led by the DMK, Congress, Left, Samajwadi Party, AIMIM, IUML, Shiv Sena Uddhav faction.
कोई जज एक जजमेंट दे तो जज के खिलाफ इंपीचमेंट लेकर आते हैं। अपनी वोट बैंक को एड्रेस करने के लिए इंपीचमेंट लेकर आते हैं माननीय।
From Ayodhya to Gyanvapi to recently Dharmasthala, the same parties jumped the gun to malign Hindus.
RSS and its chief Mohan Bhagwat has done this kind of acts across India. They had burnt people, they had burnt houses, they had burnt villages, they had burnt cities. Now they are entering into Tamil Nadu.
It's no longer a story of Deepatun. It's a story of Hindu sentiments. The nation wants the Deepam lit.
Okay, so we have tonight Ratan Sharda, and we have tonight YG Madhuvanti, political analyst and a well-known Hindu voice, and Ajay Alok of the BJP. We have Pula Rao and Tariq Ahmad Lari and Tausif Khan, and we'll be joined by Ratnakar in a bit. This is the most crazy story, and it's gone totally viral. Firstly, I would like to request all the viewers of the Republic Media Network that see, if Hindus don't fight for their rights, then your rights are going to be snatched away. If you are pretending as a Hindu that you don't have to bother about whether Hindus are being stopped from lighting a lamp in a Hindu temple in Tamil Nadu, then let me assure you the day is not far when you will be told you can't light a lamp.
British era road measurement survey story.
Where you can't blow a conch shell, where you can't, go to a temple, ring a bell, you will be told everything is not possible because Muslim sentiments will be affected. Muslim sentiments, Muslims will feel bad. Muslim sentiments will be hurt. You'll be told Muslim sentiments will be hurt if Hindus light a lamp. I want to know, what is this nonsense?
You see,
Tausif?
the archaeologist, the historian, and the state government says that it's a
the bigger question is, you have to identify the snakes of the Hindu grasslands.
The snakes? What are you saying,
British
Ajay?
era road
the snakes
measurement
of the Hindu
stone.
grassland. I'm talking of all those so-called Hindus who are behaving like snakes for Hindus only. I mean, just imagine the ecosystem, Arnab. Just imagine the ecosystem. A High Court delivers a judgment. This judgment is challenged in Supreme Court. The challenge is going on. The hearing is yet to be over. But to pressurize that Supreme Court, this 107 MPs group, which includes Akhilesh, which includes Priyanka Vadra, Supriya Sule, all these people go and bring up an impeachment motion. They give a petition. This is the ecosystem. And these people are nothing but snakes within the Hindu community. Imagine, just remember, when the Ram temple decision came by the Supreme Court, Owaisi had the courage to say that Supreme Court has given a wrong judgment.
Okay, let me just...
all the time they will keep on floating Samvidhan.
Tausif is going to speak over everyone. Yeah, 1 minute. Tausif, can you
things
just
do not go their way, they
be
can
quiet for a moment and not speak over
judge.
everyone? Once. The question here is this.
No, there is an election in Tamil Nadu next year. Yes.
Yeah, Tausif, thank you.
There is an
See
election always.
1 minute. I'd like to bring in Ratan Sharda into the debate. And the issue, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm willing to go into the details of this, the history of it, the legality of it, but it's a very simple issue. Hindus are being told that you do not have the rights to carry out your own religious activities. And I said on my program today that I think Tamil Nadu is what, 85% Muslim or more, Hindu or more? Pula? More than 85% Hindu. Okay, now we are told that Hindus must forego their rights to have their own religious practices. It's as clear as that.
Where we are in majority,
yes.
But we are supposed to seek court appeal. Every time there is a festival, you have to go to courts or you have to seek police protection. No other religion needs police protection. No other religion goes to court, and no other religion is attacked by the majority community when they celebrate festivals. And this is not the first time. The entire ecosystem of DK is built on British support by supporting a fake theory of Aryan-Indonesian theory, Dravid-Aryan divide, which was disproved scientifically time and again. But they live on that theory. You may remember that in olden times, Rama's procession was taken out. They were beaten with chappals by DK supporters. And then finally Hindus rose. It was not Mohanji at that time. Hindus rose. The Hindus were the one, they protested, they fought against it. They fought against the ban of the Vinayaka dispersion in the sea. Now the Vinayaka procession is the biggest in India, in Tamil Nadu. That's the power of Hindus. Nilakkad temple, 1983. Church tried to plant crosses all over the route which goes to Sabrimala. Hindus rose again, which Hindu preachers stood there, and the crosses had to be removed. Then we have Sabrimala, where again these people used the screen of courts to stop Hindu practices, and again people hit the street, and now you see what is happening. This hate for Hindus is inbred. The strange secular animal brought by the crossing breeding of the Islamist lobby, secular lobby, and the church Christian empire resulted in a strange animal called secular, made by Nehru, where the basic genetics is hate Hindus. Hate Hindus by any means and only speak about the goodness of the minorities. You should support the minorities. But does that mean hate Muslims? For Congress to stand with DMK on something which doesn't concern it, where something you need not go for impeachment of a judge because he gave a judgment which goes against their politics, they do contempt of court, they speak we are supporting courts. These are same people, the same mindset, who in emergency superseded, destroyed the career of Jagmohan, destroyed the career of Justice Lalit, they destroyed the career of many Supreme Court judges by superseding them. Same thinking that judges must follow our commitment, our law, our rules. This is their practice.
And Hindus must not be visible. May I Ratan Sharda add one more point to it? The essential argument is that Hindus must not be visible. We are always told that if you have got to be a good Hindu...
about temple bells, even today there are villages where you cannot ring temple bell, you cannot do kirtan, you cannot do bhajan at home. Somebody will come and tell, humko disturb mat karo. Kumbhakonam night 2018,
then why doesn't
stood up against Hindus by saying that this is going through our route. Church came there 500-year-old. The Brihadeshwar temple was there for 1,000 years, but they cannot celebrate. Then 2008 Muslims come and say you cannot cross and go to the pond because we are majority here. So Hindus, wherever they are, have to test. They have to be tested with patience.
How is okay, Ratan Sharda, if I can hear the other side, however absurd, how is Hindus worshipping in their own way provocative? Pulla, explain this to me.
Problem with music?
I'm asking Pulla, please. Ratan Sharda, just 1 minute. Let me hear the other side. Then only we'll be able to counter it. No?
Okay, I don't think there is any objection. You have given a very powerful set of words. You delved into history, but not fully.
Your government doesn't listen to the courts.
Ratan Sharda, he has challenged my knowledge of history, and I would like to counter challenge Pulla Rao by saying that Pulla Rao, I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this to you, but you know nothing about Tamil history. You know nothing about Hindu civilizational history. You know nothing about this particular shrine. You know nothing about the history of this case. You are just taking a pro-DMK position, and your party is anti-Hindu.
Since you know so much.
Yes.
Since you know so much.
A lot. A lot more than you.
Where did all this start? Where did all this start?
You are asking me.
1920, where did it start?
No, 1 minute. You are asking me. Are you asking me? One minute. Just 1 minute. Ratan Sharda is asking me. No, Madhuvanti. Ratan Sharda is asking me. He's trying to prove, Pulla Rao is trying to prove that he knows more than me. He's trying to ask me about history. And I'm saying once again to Ratan Sharda, to Pulla Rao, you're much senior to me. I don't want to show how much more I know than you, though it is a fact.
Okay.
You don't know anything.
Let us debate.
What are you asking?
Let me say a couple of words.
No, ask me.
Okay, let me tell you one thing. What you say may have a certain strength to it, but things on the ground are different. I didn't create it. There was the British there for 200 years. They were invaders. These are legacy issues. Legacy issues should not be sorted out as if it is a one-shot issue. They have to be very slow. All legacy issues.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. I'll put a simple thing to you. Please let me tell you one thing. Pulla Rao, you are Macaulay's child. For you, history starts and begins with the British. I am a proud Hindu. My religion goes back 5,000 years. Now, the Hindu presence in this particular site is not a recent claim, a new demand, or something happened in the British time. It is archaeologically recorded, inscriptionally proven, and spiritually continuous for over 2,000 years. Right? Before Islam. Pre-Islam.
This stone is
Pre-Islam. It is not a British era story. You know nothing. Pre-Islam, pre-British. And this is one of Tausif.
Or a survey stone.
He's lying through his teeth, Arnabji. I mean, there's a limit to lying on national television. This is not a survey stone, for God's sake. This is not a survey stone, for God's sake. Stop lying.
Madhuvanti.
Tausif can speak about Tamil
Stop
Nadu, but we
lying.
can't speak
This
out of
is
Bengal.
not a survey stone, for God's sake. A Deepatun is not a survey stone. If you do not understand Tamil, I will translate for you.
Madhuvanti, come on.
It is not a survey stone. A Deepatun. Murugan is there for 2000 years. Murugatri Padai. Tiruparam Kundram is one of the first houses in the Arupadai video. Are you even aware of what this is all about? Sikandar was a king who was murdered on the top of that hill. And there is a dargah there for him kept. A dargah is not a place of worship. I'm sure you know that. This was not a survey stone put by the British. So do not lie on national television.
That's the record. That's the record of the court proceedings.
A Deepatun is not a survey stone. This is where the land was used traditionally for over 200 years.
The problem is if I were to say something. One minute. If I were to, one minute. Madhuvanti, if I were to say something wrong or hurtful to Muslim sentiment, I would be told, sartan se juda, fatwa, sartan se juda, fatwa, sartan se juda.
They can say what they want.
But they can say anything about our religion, about Tiruparan Kundram, which is one of Lord Murugan's 6 sacred abodes. It is recognized in Sangam literature.
Sacred abode.
And why is a sacred space being treated like a conflict zone? Does the DMK not know that Tiruparan Kundram is not an ordinary hill? It is one of the sites revered for over 2000 years.
The election next year.
You don't know anything.
You please don't talk about election.
This is the problem.
I know there is election. Do you know what they are doing for the sake of election? They want to appease the minority, so they are doing whatever they are doing.
Yes, they want.
Nothing to do with election. Don't blabber on national television. I mean, I've had enough of your rubbish. You've been saying the Deepatun is a survey stone. You're talking about election next year. You don't care an iota about Hindu dharma or Hindu sentiments. How dare you? How dare you? Would you like it if we went about your sentiments like this, sir? We respect your sentiments, which is why we went to court. And the Deepatun is 50 meters away from the dargah. Nobody is doing anything against Islam here. But you people are talking nonsense against my dharma and my sentiment. You do not know what a Deepatun is. You don't have the right to come and talk on national television calling it a survey stone. Come on.
1 minute. Let me get the others in.
I mean, how can he call this
and the essential problem is Ratnakar Tripathi, the essential issue is about Hindu history. Let me just make a small point to you, and I want to bring in Ajay Lok and Ratnakar Tripathi on this debate. This was originally a Shiva temple until the 10th century. Then one of Murugan's abodes with a Pandya rock-cut architecture and Vijayanagar expansions. The hill has seen Pandya era temple construction, Vijayanagar expansion, right? And every layer of history is on this hill, Shiva, Muruga, Pandya, Vijayanagar Empire. It is therefore what we call classical unbroken Hindu heritage. And this is the most beautiful thing in our country now, that Hindu heritage is coming forth and there is open Hindu pride. And there is open display of Hindu pride. Now we will have to somewhere have a rational discussion, the political parties with the Muslim community, and say, look here, you are saying there is a dargah. Now, when was the dargah built? The dargah was built in the 14th, 15th century. That is 1000 years after the earliest Hindu activity on the hill. Hindu worship, Ratnakar Tripathi, archaeologically predates the dargah by over 1000 years. Let me give you the history here, right? These are things, unfortunately, Pula Rao does not know. So the whole issue is here, the way I look at it, Hindu pride, Hindu history, and winning a court case based upon hard evidence. Now, my question being simply, I'm lighting a temple at my temple. I'm lighting a lamp in my temple. What's your problem?
The Deepam is always there, will always be there. It is lit near the Uchipiliyar Kovil near Arun Subramanya Swami Devasthanam. That is the place. That is a traditional place. Nobody is opposing the light, the Deepam.
Arnab ji, I'd like to come in. This is where they go and they muffle history. The Uchipiliyar temple is called the Moksha Deepam. Moksha Deepam is lit for souls to rest in peace, and the Hindus have been accommodative enough to keep lighting the lamp in that Moksha Deepam for several years. And finally, they appeal, they get a High Court order to go light the lamp where it deserves to be lit in the Deepathoon, and these people have a problem. This is the history that all of them are miffing and muffling up.
You're saying, Madhuvanti, it's about showing down Hindu religion. So even if...
Absolutely.
Go away. I mean, quit
the Uchipiliyar temple is for Moksha Deepam, not for Karthigai Deepam, Arnab ji. Please understand, the Uchipiliyar temple is for Moksha Deepam, which is lit for souls who rest in peace, not for Karthigai
this debate
Deepam.
is being followed by a lot of people, so you should not go away. Ratnakar Tripathi.
Then let me
If
speak.
he wants to go, he can go.
Just
But I'm not going to shun away from speaking the truth.
Versus. With the visual. Ratnakar Tripathi. No anger. No anger. Anger is not a solution. Anger is not a solution.
Then let me speak. What is this?
You're speaking nonsense. You're lying.
You are speaking rubbish. You don't know anything about it.
No, I'm not speaking rubbish. I'm speaking
You
history.
are
I'm
speaking
speaking the
totally
truth.
Visuals.
You are lying through your teeth.
Numbers.
You are lying through your teeth.
You don't know a single thing about
The
it.
Deepathoon is where the Karthigai Deepam was
Don't
lit.
tell me what the
The
Deepathoon
Moksha
is there.
Deepam is in the
I know what a
Uchipiliyar
Deepam
temple
is.
lit for
I know
souls
more
to
than
rest
you.
in peace.
I know more
If
than
you
you.
do not know Hindu history, do not come on national
Let us
television
speak.
and lie blatantly.
I will quit the show, Arnab Goswami ji.
You can quit, you can go, wherever you want. I don't care, but you're not going to miss my history.
Madhuvanti,
You are not going to miss my
you are not
history.
the owner
You are
of
not going to
Republic.
speak
You are not the
wrongly on
empire.
national television
You
about
are
my
just an
history and my
absurd
dharma.
woman.
If you do not know your
You are
history,
just
don't
an
come on national
absurd
television
woman with a foul
unprepared.
mouth. Nothing else.
You call her
You
a
are
loudmouth.
lying.
You called her a loudmouth. You
He
called
can
her a
call what he
loudmouth.
wants, Arnab ji.
Because
I
she's
don't
speaking
care.
up for Hindus, she becomes a loudmouth.
If you don't allow a person
He
to
can
speak,
call
you are
me
a
what
foul
he
mouth.
wants.
You can
I
counter
don't
her
care.
factually. Why do you call her a loudmouth? Any Hindu who
Because
speaks
that's
up
all
is
they
a
know.
loudmouth? Is this a
That's all
language?
they know to do. That's all they know to do. Personal attacks.
You
This is
called
all they know
Madhuvanti
to
a
do.
loudmouth because she gave you a history lesson?
Have elected the DMK government. Don't tell me what Hindus do.
She gave you a history
I know
lesson.
what Hindus do. You do not know what Hindus
Right,
do.
they are there.
You do not know that
And
the
she is the
Moksha
foul
Deepam
mouth,
is lit in
not a
Uchipiliyar
loud mouth.
temple and Karthigai Deepam is dipped in
She is not
Deepathoon.
letting me speak because
I
she
will not
knows
let you
I know
speak
the
lies.
facts.
I will not let you
Madhuvanti,
speak
know that
lies
I
on
know the
national
facts.
television. I'm sorry. I will not let you lie on national television about my dharma and my history. Very sorry.
So you are the torchbearer of the what is right.
I am right now.
You don't know
I
anything.
am. I am one of the hundreds and thousands and lakhs and crores of torchbearers
What
of my
has happened
dharma in
yesterday
this
in High
country.
Court?
You have a problem. Deal
Tell
with
me
it.
what
She's an
happened
assertive
yesterday.
Hindu.
You have a problem,
Ratnakar
deal with
Shetty.
it.
Ratnakar Tripathi, she is an assertive Hindu. You don't like assertive Hindus?
Deal with it. I don't
I
care.
am the
Deal with
assertive
it.
Hindu.
You are not an assertive
You are the
Hindu.
definitive Hindu.
You're not.
I am
You're
the
a
assertive Hindu.
lying, cold-blooded, lying Hindu.
I would
You are
like
one of those
WhatsApp
so-called
references. I want to know
secular
how many
Hindu.
people have joined the Nation for
I am the
Deepam
real
movement.
Hindu.
Can my digital team please get into it? Yeah.
Not you, Madhuvanti.
No, you are not.
I'm
No, you are not.
requesting all
You
those
are a
watching the program tonight.
convenience-oriented Hindu.
This is a
You are a
monumental
convenience-oriented
inflection
pseudo-secular
point.
Hindu.
Not at all.
Is an inflection point in
Not
our
at all.
political history.
Just
Please
yesterday,
remember
I
this
was
moment.
said.
Remember the date. Today it is the 12th of December. Remember the date because the Congress party has launched a movement against the lighting of the Deepam in a 2,000-year-old shrine
There are
in Tamil Nadu.
87.6%
This is the most,
Hindus in
and
Tamil Nadu.
Ajay Alok, this is the most singularly the greatest anti-Hindu movement launched by any political party in recent history.
Over 50 lakhs Hindus who support the
Arnab, through
government.
your channel and to all your viewers, whether they are our supporters or not, but I would like to give them a call that this is not for the first time Congress party has done this. This has been going on for the last 70 years, and people like Ratnakar Tripathi are shameless. They are not left with any shame. I don't know how they face their children in their home. I mean, he's saying about Deepam and he's just advocating certain other things. Once lit, it will be there only. Nobody can take it. Nobody can take it. And Muslims for that matter, in the country, they understand that they are being used. And if any extremist Muslim, if they try to create any ruckus, things are not the same. Tamil Nadu government is not taking a responsibility. DM and SP are saying that we can't maintain law and order. We will teach you how to maintain law and order. We will teach you, don't worry. People of Tamil Nadu will teach you how to maintain law and order. This DMK who calls Sanatan Dharma Corona and Sanatan Unmulan Abhiyan shuru karo, they have the guts to just take off the lights from the temple and they have the guts to bring an impeachment motion. Judge हटाएंगे इनके हिसाब से नहीं चलेगा तो 1975 समझा है क्या? सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जज को बदल देंगे, सुपरसीड कर देंगे. कमिटेड जुडिशरी चाहिए इनको. अरे जनता इसीलिए आपको जूतों से मार के भगाएगी.
अरे आपको जूते मार के भगाएगी.
Heights of thing.
निशिकांत दुबे.
This cannot be imagined. शर्म आनी चाहिए ऐसे लोग को जो अपने आप को हिंदू कहते हैं. मैंने कहा ना सांप हैं आप लोग. सांप हैं आप लोग.
हम लोग तो सनातनी हैं. 87%
You are ready to bite your own people.
जनता ने चुना है.
You are ready to bite your own people. But you are not going to be back in power.
So you still insist, 1 minute, viewers.
With all these things going on.
Okay, so for everyone on the program tonight, in case you're watching, it's 8:37. I want to recap a simple point tonight. There is a national and unexpected controversy after Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra along with Akhilesh and Kanimodi and TR Balu have decided to launch a national movement, legal and political, to stop the lighting of a deepam at a 2,000-year-old Hindu shrine. Now this is leading to the kind of sentiment people felt during the Ayodhya movement, and Hindus are being snubbed openly. And I have no hesitation in saying tonight, I have absolutely no hesitation in saying tonight that this is the greatest anti-Hindu movement, or this is the most visible anti-Hindu stance taken by the Congress party. Hindus will punish you. You are being told that if you light a temple, if in a temple you light a lamp, Muslims will feel bad. Muslim sentiment is more important than Hindu sentiment. And because...
Will you 88% of the feel bad about something I'm doing in my temple? Ratnakarji, why should Hindus feel bad, and why have you supported DMK? Are you slaves of DMK that you will support impeachment? On what ground are you supporting DMK on impeachment? Aren't you ashamed to slave of DMK which hates Hindu literature and trying to give that image? What was the need to support impeachment? फट्टे में पैर क्यों फंसाते हो आप फट्टे में पैर क्यों फंसाते हो? आपका क्या उसमें लगता है? क्या जरूरत थी आपको? क्या जरूरत थी आपको impeachment में साथ देने की? Does impeachment, does a judge need a judgment for giving judgment? आप free judiciary की बात करते हो, आप respect करते हो judiciary की. आपको जब NJC का उन्होंने reject किया, तो आपने कभी नहीं कहा कि हमने भी वोट दिया था NJC के लिए, और आज आप उस जज की impeachment को support कर रहे हैं on what ground? क्या जरूरत है आपको? क्यों आप किसको, क्योंकि जज को वो गालियां दे रहे हैं, वो जज की जजमेंट नहीं लागू कर रहे, फिर भी आप उनको सपोर्ट कर रहे हो? एक 2 सीटों के लिए, एक सीट के लिए कितना गिरोगे कांग्रेस में?
बोल चुके. आज मैं बोल रहा हूं टीवी पे यहाँ पे डॉक्टर रतन शारदा, इम्पीचमेंट नोटिस में अगर स्वामीनाथन जी के दीपम वर्डिक्ट पे एक शब्द दिखा के देंगे, सार्वजनिक जीवन से
लेकिन आपने इम्पीचमेंट पहले नहीं किया. आपने इम्पीचमेंट तब किया जब जजमेंट आई. डीएमके ने कहा बायस्ड है, आपके लोग टीवी पर कहते हैं बायस्ड है. जज को बायस कहने का को क्या अधिकार है? जजमेंट आपके फेवर में कहते जज अच्छा है, जजमेंट आपके फेवर में ना जाए तो जज खराब है. ये आपकी थिंकिंग है. आपका कहना है कि जज आपके फेवर है तो इम्पीच करोगे आप, जैसे आपने बाकी जजेस को निकाला था इमरजेंसी के अंदर.
आप बोल चुके.
इतने देर क्यों नहीं इम्पीचमेंट हुआ? अगर आपने लेटर दिया था, इम्पीचमेंट अब क्या हुआ? ये दिखाता है कि आप केवल गुलामी कर रहे हैं के लिए और कुछ नहीं. आपका बोलते रहिए, आपका कोई ईमान नहीं, आपका धर्म नहीं है. थोड़े से वोट के लिए, 2-4 सीट के लिए तमिलनाडु की हिंदू पार्टी के साथ आप दोस्ती कर हिंदुओं की गाली खा रहे हो. क्या जरूरत थी आपको? मुसलमानों को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. किसी मुसलमान ने कहा सारे डिबेट में हिंदू आते हैं, हिंदू गालियां देते हैं, मुसलमान तो कुछ नहीं कहते. ना तमिलनाडु में कहते, कहीं कुछ कहते हैं. आप लोग आए पड़े उनकी तरफदारी करने.
अब बोल चुके,
भड़का आप रहे हैं.
बस एक बस चुप रहिए. आपको बहुत सुन लिया मैंने. बनारस के अंदर, डॉक्टर शारदा प्लीज डोंट इंटरप्ट. बनारस के अंदर 10 लाख से ऊपर लोग पंचकोशी यात्रा करते हैं. रात भर दौड़ते हैं, 28 किलोमीटर चलते हैं. सुबह आके काशी विश्वनाथ जी में आके वो संकल्प अपना तोड़ते थे, संकल्प लेते थे काशी विश्वनाथ में फूटा विनायक पर और एकादश शिवलिंग जो सत्तान मंदिर के सामने।
देखिए आप ज्यादा बनारस की बात ना करें, मैं आपको एक बात कहना चाहता हूं। रत्नाकर जी मेरी बात सुनिए, मेरी बात सुनिए रत्नाकर जी। मैं आपको बड़े विनम्र तरीके से आपको कहना चाहता हूं कि कभी SIR, कभी 370, कभी ट्रिपल तलाक, कभी NRC, कभी CA, कभी वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन, इन मुद्दों पर छाती पीटने वाली कांग्रेस पार्टी मुस्लिम वोटों के लिए, हिंदुओं के खिलाफ हर सीमा को लांघने के लिए तैयार है। सनातन को डेंगू मलेरिया कहने वाली DMK, दिए जलाने को पैसे की बर्बादी कहने वाली समाजवादी पार्टी और भगवान श्री राम को काल्पनिक पात्र बनाने वाले रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी, भगवान श्री राम को काल्पनिक पात्र यानी कि काल्पनिक पात्र बताने वाले रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी की कांग्रेस पार्टी, रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी की कांग्रेस पार्टी, आपकी पार्टी, आपकी पार्टी, आपकी पार्टी, आपकी पार्टी, आपकी पार्टी, भगवान श्री राम को काल्पनिक पात्र बताने वाली आपकी पार्टी एक एंटी हिंदू एजेंडा को चला रही है इस देश में, जिसको खुलेआम चैलेंज किया जा रहा है।
देखिए, अगर आप मेरा नाम लेके बोलेंगे मैं कानूनी नोटिस भेजूंगा आपको।
मैं तो आपका नाम लेकर ही बोल रहा हूं ना, तो फिर क्या बोलूं?
आपने मेरा नाम लिया ना?
लिया।
हाँ लिया, तो गलत मेरा नाम मत लीजिएगा।
मैंने बोला कि रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी की कांग्रेस पार्टी।
मेरी बात सुनिए,
आपने भगवान श्री राम को काल्पनिक कहा, कुछ गलत कहा मैंने?
सुनिए,
कुछ गलत कहा मैंने?
को जितेंद्र सिंह ने कहा पार्लियामेंट में कि राम सेतु नहीं है, बोलिए ना, पार्लियामेंट के अफेयर ने निकालिए अपना, उन्होंने कहा राम सेतु नहीं है। नहीं बोलेंगे आप इस पे, नहीं बोलेंगे आप, मेरा नाम लेके मत बोलिएगा प्लीज। मैं जो
दीपम जलेगी। Ladies and gentlemen, if we see by the sentiment on our side today, I can tell you one thing. I can tell you one thing tonight. On this one, Tariq Ahmad Lari, you will lose. You will lose. The Hindus have all united on this issue. You have no idea. The sentiment is as strong as during the Ayodhya movement. I can sense it. You see the YouTube graph there, show it please. Look at the number of people watching us tonight take a clear position on issues like this. You have to understand, Tariq Ahmad Lari, Hindu power, Hindu consolidation, Hindu political consolidation, Hindu assertion. Days of Shahbano judgment, weak prime ministers like Rajiv Gandhi is over. You or your party cannot intimidate and terrorize Hindus anymore. आपके पार्टी के नेता ने कहा ना कि और हिंदुओं को और कार सेवकों को मारने की जरूरत होती तो मैं मार देता। सरयू नदी में खून बही कि नहीं? कार सेवकों को मारा, कार सेवकों को मारा, शाहबानो जजमेंट को उल्टा कर दिया। You brought in all the Bangladeshis, you blocked uniform civil code, ट्रिपल तलाक को ब्लॉक करने की कोशिश की, हर बार हार गए। I'm saying today, what is the problem? You say that you are from a Sanatani tradition yourself. Then why should any political party, your political party, aapki party, why should, this is your leader, no, not an AI model. There's Akhilesh, no? He took a paper. He did not expect to be shot. Unhone socha chupchap de denge, but the pictures went out in the public domain. And Tariq Lari is having to defend why his party has taken an anti-Hindu stance. Which Hindu will vote for you now after this? This is Akhilesh, no, not an AI image, no?
Can I answer now?
You want time to prepare. You want time to prepare.
No, I'm ready.
उत्तर प्रदेश का हर यादव मतदाता देख रहा होगा।
I'm ready. अर्नब भाई
कि अपने आप को कृष्ण के वंशज कहने वाले हिंदू मंदिर में दीप जलाने के खिलाफ इंपीचमेंट ला रहे हैं।
Impossible.
बड़े भाई मेरी बात सुन लीजिए। मैंने सबको सुना, आप भी सुन लीजिए, थोड़ा सुन लीजिए, फिर आप बताइएगा। आप डीएमको को गाली दे रहे हैं। डीएमको को गाली देने का मतलब है कि आप उसके संस्थापक एवी रामास्वामी नायर मतलब पेरियार जी को गाली दे रहे हैं, जो बैकवर्ड शेड्यूल कास्ट शेड्यूल ट्राइब की आवाज उठाते थे। डीएमके वही पार्टी है, आप उस पार्टी को गाली दे रहे हैं, पूरे बैकवर्ड समाज, शेड्यूल कास्ट, शेड्यूल ट्राइब को गाली दे रहे हैं। अब रही बात, आपने जो बात कही कि इम्पीचमेंट की, तो ये क्या है? उन्होंने एक श्राइन, आप श्राइन बता रहे हैं, दरगाह, उस दरगाह का नाम क्या है? सिकंदर बहादुर शाह दरगाह के समीप जोत जलाने के लिए कहा। अब ये जोत जलाने से मना किसने किया? मंदिर प्रबंधन ने पालन नहीं किया, तो जज ने अवमानना का आदेश जारी कर दिया और सरकार पे भी कर दिया। चलिए ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं। अब वो सिकंदर बहादुर शाह कौन थे? वो आखिरी रूलर थे मदुराई सल्तनत के। वो मारे गए 1378 में और उनके मरने पे उनको संत मानकर उनकी समाधि बनाई गई और उनके फॉलोअर्स ने उनको वहां पे श्राइन बना दी। लेगेसी एज अ सेंट है उनकी।
अब कहाँ किताबी बातें आप कर रहे हैं, कहाँ से पढ़ रहे हैं आप?
कि आप
सारी हिस्ट्री आपकी उल्टी की नहीं। वन मिनट, यू हैव कॉन्ट्रडिक्टेड योरसेल्फ। लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, गूगल सर्च, अच्छा नाउ आई विल टेल यू। अरे गूगल से ज्यादा मैं जानता हूँ। आई एम स्मार्टर देन गूगल, यू लिसन टू मी।
पूरा गूगल पे हूँ।
ये गूगल से आई एम स्मार्टर, अर्नब गोस्वामी स्मार्टर देन गूगल।
दुनिया की हर चीज आप नहीं जानते।
मैं जानता हूँ, मैं जानता हूँ, आप नहीं जानते। आप नहीं जानते, यू डोंट नो, यू डोंट नो, you don't know. I am telling you, I am smarter than you and your Google. You see this Sikandar Badshah Dargah was built in the 14th century. 14th century. The Hindu worship on the hill has been going on 1000 years before the Dargah was built. Are you out of your mind?
Smarter than everyone.
You don't know. Even Islam was not there when the Hindu. Islam was not there when the.
Who is questioning the Dargah? I don't understand. Why are you talking about?
Arey, the Dargah structure is new compared to Hindu traditions. You don't know that much. You are trying to say today that my 2000-year-old tradition will not be followed because it's a threat to the Dargah. You tell me how is? Arey, Dargah में जो करना है आप करिए ना, कौन रोक रहा है आपको? मैं मंदिर में जो करना है मैं करूंगा।
करने के लिए, पेरियार को गाली देने के लिए एक
मधुवंती।
Periyar never believed in God. We are talking about lighting a lamp for the Hindus. What does Periyar got to do with this now? Why are you blabbering? And nobody is questioning the Dargah. Nobody is questioning the Dargah. The Dargah is 50 meters away from the Deepaton. Not one Muslim said anything against this.
Madhuvanti.
2005, the Dargah committee gave an NOC. Are you even aware? Are you even aware that in 2005, the Dargah committee gave a no objection certificate? The Sikandar Dargah is in no way affected because the lamp is lit in the Deepaton. Why are you trying to lie on national television and set a wrong narrative and try and create communal unrest? You are the one trying to talk rubbish on national television. No Hindu or Muslim has a problem with the Deepaton or the Karthigai Deepam being lit on the Deepaton. You seem to have a problem because you want to create a communal unrest. You want to talk about casteism and classism, which is not the issue here. कोई भी तमाशा नहीं किया हमने, कोई भी तमाशा नहीं किया। हम कार्तिका दीपम, we just want to light the lamp. क्या तमाशा है? You are calling lighting the Karthigai Deepam तमाशा? You are calling lighting the Karthigai Deepam तमाशा? You are questioning the belief of so many Hindus and you are calling it tamasha? Shame on you! Shame on you and shame on your party and shame on your leader.
बाबा साहब को गाली देते हैं, आप हर किसी को गाली देते हैं।
कौन को गाली दे? कहाँ गाली दिया मैंने? कहाँ गाली दिया मैंने? आप गाली दे रहे हैं, हमारे धर्म पर गाली दे रहे हैं, हमारे धर्म को गाली दे रहे हैं, हमारे मजहब को गाली दे रहे हैं, हमारे हिंदुस्तान को गाली दे रहे हैं, हमारे कार्तिकेय को गाली दे रहे हैं, हमारे रीति और रिवाज को गाली दे रहे हैं। आप गाली दे रहे हैं, मैं नहीं गाली दे रही हूँ।
अरे आप लोग गाली देते हैं, आप ही लोग गाली देते हैं अपने धर्म को, आप ही लोग अपने धर्म को गाली देते हैं, सनातन के फॉलोअर भी गाली देते हैं, आप ही लोग गाली देते हैं। कोई मुसलमान गाली नहीं देता है, कोई मुसलमान गाली नहीं देता है। You are a fool. You are a fool.
Who is a fool?
You are a fool.
You call me
You
a
know
fool?
that.
Who is a fool? You are the fool. You do not know history. You do not know tradition. You do not know my dharma. You do not know anything. All you know is to come on national television and lie and set wrong narratives. You are the biggest fool because you're being fooled by your party and your leader. Wake up and smell the coffee.
ठेका ले रखा है आप लोगों ने हम लोग को गाली देने का।
क्या आप लोगों ने क्या गाली दी है हमने? क्या गाली दी है हमने? Not one Muslim is upset. Not one Hindu is upset. There is no communal unrest in Tiruparankundra. Mark my words. Not one Muslim or one Hindu is upset about the Dargah or the Deepam. You people are
That's true. How much time?
communal unrest. Nobody is upset. No Muslim is upset. Do not lie. I live in Tamil Nadu. I live in Tamil Nadu and I know.
No, the question is also, that's a relevant question. That's a relevant question. No. Now 1 minute, Pulla. No Muslim group is opposing this. Why is DMK going ahead of itself? 1 minute, Ratnakar Tripathi. No Muslim group is opposing it. Why is Congress party moving ahead? Ratan Sharda, did you notice that? Congress party thinks Muslims will be affected.
Said it.
Yeah, Mr. Sharda.
Already said it.
You
Already
name
said
me and then
this.
go to Mr. Sharda. Who will speak first?
आप बोल लीजिए भाई साहब, आप बोल लीजिए. आप काशी के, आपका हक बनता है. आपका हक बनता है. आप काशी से हैं. आप बहुत पीड़ित हैं. नहीं आप बोलिए. आपको पता है कि आप कांग्रेस को डिफेंड करने लायक है नहीं. कि आप समझदार आदमियों को पता है कि कांग्रेस को डिफेंड करना बड़ा मुश्किल काम है. इसलिए आप कोई से कहाँ लेके जाते हैं. अगर आपको चिंता काशी की है तो वहां एजिटेशन खड़ा करते, एक्सपोज करते. मोदी जी को टीवी पे क्या बात कर रहे हैं? टीवी पे आके क्या बात कर रहे हैं? आप दीपक की बात करिए. इसमें आपको क्या समस्या है? आपको जज से क्या समस्या है? आपको हिंदू इतिहास से क्या समस्या है? 2000 साल पुराना ट्रेडिशन, उसको सिकंदर शाह से जोड़ रहे हो. अरे वो अपनी जगह बैठा है, उसकी मजार है वहां पर. यहाँ हिंदू अपने मंदिर में बनाना चाहते हैं त्योहार. आपको दिक्कत है? 2000 साल के ट्रेडिशन 100 पहले बदलते हैं. वो 100 साल वाला ट्रेडिशन नया हो गया. जो पंच बाद में आया वो हिंदू के ऊपर सवार होगा. आपको कुंभकोणम के मैंने एग्जांपल दे दिए. आपको हर जगह के एग्जांपल दे दिए. आप नहीं मानेंगे कि हिंदू के साथ बात कर रहे हैं. आपका काम ही नहीं बनता इम्पीचमेंट में साथ में अपने पैर फंसाने की.
अधिकार बनता है.
आप अगर बात करते दीपम के, आप अपने आप को हिंदू कहते हैं. आपको पता है कि दीपम यहाँ का पुराना इतिहास है. आप जानते हैं इस बात को.
वो बोलते जाते हैं आप. मेरा
अरे आपने बोला बोलिए तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. अभी आप बोलिए.
इतना थोड़ी बोलिए, मैंने बोला तो मैं थोड़ी बोला कि बैठे कहते जाइए. आप जहां पर वो जगह
आप सोच के बोलिए ना.
फिर बोले.
आपका बोलने कुछ है नहीं सर. आप गलत विभाग में बैठे हुए हैं. आप राहुल गांधी को खामखा बचा रहे हैं.
अरे भाई, आप जिस जगह की बात हो रही है वहां काशी विश्वनाथ टेम्पल भी है. अर्नब गोस्वामी जी हिस्ट्री जानते हैं ना, वो पता कर लें. तो मेरा अधिकार बनता है बोलने का. अभी कल एडवोकेट आर प्रभु ने मदुरई हाई कोर्ट में एक पिटीशन फाइल की जिसमें कहा कि 50 लोग को हमको उस जगह पे फास्ट करने की अनुमति दी जाए, उपवास की, जो दी गई.
The answer the question, Ratnakar Tripathi. The Muslims are not upset. Why are you upset?
Exactly.
Which means you are anti-Hindu. Which means you are essentially an anti-Hindu party to the core. You have a problem. Even the Muslim side, we have contacted Ajay Alok, we have contacted people in the Dargah. They are saying Congress has a problem with Hindus. We don't. I'm telling you, this case, the Congress will be totally exposed nationally.
बनारस में कहते हैं, उसका उदाहरण दे रहा हूं. आप यहाँ तक गंगा.
The Congress openly says that it's a Muslim party. What's new about it?
तो आपको कोई मानने वाला नहीं है.
अभी रेवंत रेड्डी ने तेलंगाना में बोला, राहुल गांधी पहले ही बोल चुके हैं कि हम मुसलमानों की पार्टी हैं.
तमिलनाडु की सरकार चुनी है.
they are fearing the defeat, and to avoid that they are doing everything how to again please Muslim community more than enough. It's a clear cut appeasement, nothing else, and appeasement without a cause, at the cost of angering Hindu.
Acha. So Hindus will not elect the government.
And as I said earlier, ये सही में घास में छुपे हुए सांप हैं ये लोग. हिंदू धर्म के वे सांप हैं ये.
नहीं, हम तो सांप है, लेकिन आप तो मेढक है ना. हम आपको खा जाएंगे. क्यों परेशान है आप जैसे?
यही आपकी मानसिकता है, यही मानसिकता है. लेकिन नहीं, हम आदमी हैं, हम डंडा रखते हैं सांप को कुचलने के लिए.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Congress party has taken a principled decision to launch an anti-Hindu movement, and part of the anti-Hindu movement is the DMK. and Akhilesh. We'll see where this goes. As of now, we are being told that the Congress party thinks that Muslims will be very angry, Muslims will be upset, and hence the Hindus must give up their right to light the lamp. How absurd is that? How radicalized is their thinking? And that's my issue tonight. With the radicalized, extreme left, intolerant, woke pseudo-thinking of the Vadra Congress. At 9 p.m., the constitutional issues that have emerged from this. When we are back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the...
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप